Hi, Ma. Good morning. So, in this session, we are dealing with our most important topic of operations management. That is, in paper 9, we are having two parts, OM and SM. Now, I am dealing with operations management. Okay. In OM, I am dealing with the practical portion of module number 4. That is assignment. Amma. So, it is being visible to you. That is assignment. I am dealing with assignment. Okay, so without any further delay, I'm directly entering the most important part of our assignment. So, what is meant by assignment? So, I have written assign men or machine a task. So, what is that my assignment means? We are assigning task or work to men or to machines. So, what is this? What is the need of studying this? So OM, in OM, you need to think from the company point of view. We need to think from the company point of view. Okay, sir. We will think from the company point of view. So in company point of view, what is the main motive? Maximization of profits, minimization of cost. What is that, ma? Maximization of profits, minimization of cost. So the most important area is minimization of cost. So related to those things is assignment. We are assigning Sorry, ma'am. We are assigning tasks to men. It is really a cost to company now. So if you give a task to a person who is skilled, he will do that work in a less time and with a low cost. If a skilled person is handling a work, he will complete the work in right time and also at right cost. So for that, we need assignment. In the machine's case also, if you want to assign a task to a machine, we need to think of one thing. What is the time taken by the machine? That also be considered. And what task has to be assigned to a machine? These things all will be informed from the assignment. So now let us enter. So what is the so assignment? What is the assignment? Assign men or machine a task so that our cost will be minimum. Okay. The first thing while solving the problems, first things we need to keep concentration on. We need to consider before solving a problem whether number of rows equal to number of columns. So while solving the problems, we need to consider one important thing is that whether number of rows is equal to number of columns. If they are equal, then it is called balanced matrix. What is that, ma? Balanced one. Otherwise, it is unbalanced matrix. So when the problem is balanced one, only then we can solve a problem in assignment. So how to do, what to do, and what are rows, what are columns. These things you should be having clear cut idea. Okay. First thing, whether balanced or not. Balanced or not in the sense rows equal to number of rows equal to number of columns. So what is meant by row? Row, column. Sir, what is this row, column? This is not nice to think of and also not listen, not nice to see. Will you please explain it properly? Means there is a please wait, ma, be cool. And I'm solving the problem, you can get a clear cut clarity. Okay, na? So first step is that whether number of rows equal to number of columns we have to check. And given scenario is maximization or minimization model. The second thing we need to check what is that, ma? Whether the given scenario is maximization model or minimization model. So what is maximization and what is minimization? So please tell that also. Maximization model means what is the main motive of a company to maximize its profit, revenue, or turnover? So those items should be maximized. You know. And sir, what is the minimization model? What the company will think of minimizing cost, whatever be the cost, labor cost, okay, machine hours. These things are related to cost. Now, will company will try to reduce those items, try to decrease those amount. So minimize, maximize profit, minimize cost. Okay, this is the main motto. So if in the given problem, if it is a minimization model, only then we can solve a problem. So assignment will help us to deal with the minimization model. So first of all, we have to think of two things. What is that? Whether rows are equal to columns, then minimization model or maximization model. If it is minimization model, we can continue. Sir, what if maximization model is given in exam? What to do? I will tell, be cool. So what we need to do, ma? We need to convert that maximization model into minimization model. We need to convert that maximization model into minimization model. Then only we can go ahead. Okay, now how to convert and all we shall see in the problems. Don't worry. So be cool. So okay. So in this question, minimization model, then start below steps. Okay, maximization then convert. I have said what I have said. The same thing is has been written there. Okay. Steps to solve a question in assignment. Sir, what are the steps to solve a problem in assignment? There are 7 steps, ma. So generally, I have given 7 steps, but in your ICMA book, there may be less steps. But thing is that there is a chance for any of these 7 steps. I will not tell that all the steps need to be followed. Few steps need to be followed based on the problem. What is the problem? Based on that, we have to use the steps. First is row operation. Second one, column operation. Third one, test for optimality, improvement matrix, diagonal allocation, optimal solution. These are the 7 steps we need to follow while solving a problem. Sir, what are these steps? Again, you will ask a question. So be cool. I will tell now. Okay now. So what is the first? I will deal with this exam steps from the examples point of view. Then you can get a clear cut clarity. Okay. So all the steps may not be all the 7 steps may or may not require. How what I said now? Same thing. So let us take an example, ma. So this is the example you are having. So here men and here tasks. So what men to whom what which task has to be assigned? So A for A men for example the man A names is A. What task has to whether one, two, three, or four? Which task I have to assign so that the cost will be minimum. So that the cost will be minimum. You should remember that cost. When we think when you are solving the problems in assignment, you should be believe that you are the company owner. So what is the main motive of company owner? To reduce the cost to as least as possible. That is minimization. So in this also, if I assign a task to a man, so that overall assignment I have to see and total cost should be minimum. Okay now. So this is the example. So based on this example, let us deal what are the steps. First, what I said, row operation. So before we have to write clearly what is the matrix given. So in this way, our problems will be mentioned, ma. So this is the matrix. You need to write this matrix once. Okay, clearly I have written. Okay. Now we will start the first step. What is the first step, ma? Row operation. Sir, what is meant by row operation? So first you need to think of rows. What are the rows now? In this, what are the rows? A is one row, B is one row, C is one row, and D is one row. Okay. So I will again tell the rows because rows are really important. You clearly listen, ma. Okay. So A is one row, ma. It's B is row two, C is row three, and D is row four. These are rows. Okay, sir. So now you are telling to do row operation. What is row operation? So we need to do what, ma? From the rows. These are the elements, now. These are the elements. From these elements, okay, now from each row, we need to identify least element of the respective rows. So respective rows we have to see, and from that we have to identify least. So from the row A, from the row A, this is the row A, na? So in this, what is the least number? The least number we are having here it is 8. This is the least number. So 1 second, power has gone. I will arrange one thing. Just I will give a pause here. Am I visible, ma? So if I am visible, let us continue with the problem. Sorry for the disturbance. So in each row, what is the least number? So in the row A, the least number is 8. In the row B, least number is 4. And in the row number C row, what is the least number, ma? It is 15. And the row D, what is the least number? It is 10. You should be very careful while identifying the elements, lowest element. Sometimes in exam we may confuse with attention and all. We may take a wrong number, then our problem will be wrong. So be cool, identify the lowest number. So what is the lowest number? Again I am telling. In A, it is the least 8. In B, it is 4. In C, it is 15. In D, it is 10. Okay. So what is the next step? The least element has to be deducted from the respective elements of the row. So this is the row A. This 8 has to be deducted from each element of a from each element. I have to deduct the least number. Okay now. So what will be our new matrix, ma? So I will write here for your understanding. 8 minus 8. Okay, 26 minus 8. 17 minus 8. 11 minus 8. Okay, this is the case of row. Next number B, it is the least number is 4. So 13 minus 4. Next 28 minus 4. 4 minus 4. 26 minus 4. The case of next 38 minus 15. 19 minus 15. 18 minus 15. 15 minus 15. And 19 minus 10. 26 minus 10. 24 minus 10. 10 minus 10. This is the thing we need to do. So we have to identify the least number and deduct the least number from the respective elements of respective row. So what will be the end result, ma? So let us see the row operation. So I have, these are the rows. What have I said now? Next, least number I have identified from all the things, the least numbers, and I have deducted the least number from the elements. So I will deduct like this. Then I will get, this is the my end result. So this will be my end result, ma. Okay. So you pause here and write this matrix. Till here you pause it, and what I have done now, you solve it. You do it along with me, then you will be safe. Okay, now what I am telling you do by pausing the video. That will be saving your time and my time. Okay, now so if I am not pausing, the video will be more lengthy and you will fear psychologically. So to avoid that fear, you pause wherever I tell you to write. Okay, till then here you write now. So you pause the video and write down. Okay, okay, Nama. Okay. Next, what is the thing we need to do? Column operation. Sir, what are the columns? So I will tell you this the same thing so that you can get a clarity. So now what is the column operation? Now what is the columns now? These are the columns. These are the columns. Alright. So the horizontal not it is vertical lines. Vertical. So task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. These are the columns. Okay, these are the columns. You do not should not make any confusion. Row means horizontal, column means vertical. Okay, now got it. So now I will erase these things now. So for your confusion, okay, to avoid any further confusion. So now I have seen the I have done with the row operation. Whatever the end matrix is obtained from the row operation, that will be main part for my column operation. Okay, I will start with that. This is the result for my this is the result kadama for my row operation. This is the end result. This will be starting point for my column operation. That is step 2. Step 2, this is the starting point. Oh, sir, what is the step 2? Now, in each column, you have to identify the least element. In this column, what is the least element, ma? In this column, what is the least element? 0. Okay. In this column, what is the least element, ma? So, in this column, what is the least element? Please tell, buddies. The least element is 4. In this column, least is 0. In this column, least number 0. So, there are two zeros. Which is the least set? Any zero will be least. There is no issue. Okay. So you identify the least number. So then what I have to do? What I have done for the row operation, same thing I have to repeat for columns. So here 0 is the least. So I identified the least number. Then I have to deduct that number from the respective elements of the respective column. Okay. How will do it, ma? See, ma? That is 0 minus 0, 9 minus 0, 23 minus 0, 9 minus 0, 18 minus 4, 24 minus 4, 4 minus 4, 16 minus 4, 9 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 3 minus 0, 14 minus 0, 3 minus 0, 22 minus 0, 0 minus 0, 0 minus 0. Sir, what is the need of detecting 0? Sir, it is same. But for your understanding, I'm right here. So we have to identify the least element from the columns and deduct that number from the respective elements of the columns. Okay, na? So have done. So what will be the end result, ma? So identify the columns. Columns are vertical lines. Okay. Next, identify the least numbers. Over. Next, I have deducted the numbers. So mention this now. So this will be my end result. This is my end result. So now what is the next step? So we have done row operation and column operation. So you write down you do till the column operation ma, so that I can tell the further step. So what is the so here we'll identify. You identify ma quickly. You pause here and identify. Next what you will do ma, you identified, then you have to write that number. So you do it the same thing. Pause the video and do it. Next ma. So after this end result will be this. So now what is the step? The step we need to follow here is Okay, now? Is it all visible, ma? Is it okay? Okay. Now, this is the end result of my column operation. This is the end result of my column operation. So now what I have to do? You have to check for optimality. If you go with the check for optimality, if your check is done, then you are done with the problem. Sir, what is a test for optimality? So now we have to see from rows to columns. We have to start with a row and end with a column. We have to start with row and end with column. After completion of all rows, then go for all columns. So what is this? I will tell. Okay, so start with what, ma? You have to start with rows. Okay, you have to start with rows and end with columns. What we have to start, sir? What we have to end, sir? So now you listen with the utmost care. This is the most important step. Okay, sir, what is that? So start with rows, end with columns. Sir, what is that, sir? You please tell properly. You tell coolly, sir. I will tell coolly, you listen coolly. Okay, na? So first what you need to do, you have to check from the rows. After completion of all rows, go with the columns. So, okay. So what I have to check? Check for a single zero in a row. Check for a single zero. If there is a row with a single zero, then you mark that zero. You know. So A, I'm checking from the row number A. So is there any single zero, ma? Yes, there is a single zero. Sir, I marked that single zero. What I have to do, sir, then? Cancel respective column. Okay, na? What I have done, ma? Again, I'm telling for your understanding. I should identify a row with a single zero, but I have to go in order manner. First, I check with a row A. Is there a single zero, ma? As there is a single zero, I have to cancel the respective column. Okay. Next, this row is done. Next, second row, is there a single zero? As there is zero. I marked that zero and I am cancelling what, ma? Respective column. Okay, sir. Row 2 also done. Next, row 3, is there any single zero, ma? No, there are two zeros. This zero is there and this zero is there. Two zeros. But what I want only single zero. So now I will go to row D. There is a zero, ma? Yes, there is a single zero. So what I have to cancel, my respective column. We're done with it. So we done with the checking for rows. Next we have to check for columns. I said now after rows we have to go with columns. So now we check with the columns. Sir, is there any column single zero? Check mark. This is cancelled. If you are cancelled, you should not consider it. Okay now. What is not cancelled? Second column is not cancelled. Okay. So check that one. So is there a single zero? Yes, there is zero. Mark that zero. For your identification, I am marking with a different color. There is a single zero in a column, and I have to cut respective row. Respective row. What I have said to you, I will repeat again. So with the examples, then you can get a clarity. So what is that, ma'am? So first, test for optimal, I have to write the matrix of column. What is the end result of column operation? Then I have to write here. Okay, I have written. Next, what is it? Check each row. What is that, ma'am? Check each row to find a single zero. If you got a row with a single zero, then cancel respective column. Mark that zero and cancel that column. Okay. See mounts. See here mounts. Okay. So this is the matrix I have written. Now I'll check. There is single zero. Single zero. First row I cancel. Okay now. Next. So I have checked the entire rows now. So these are the things cancelled. Now what is that? If all the rows are done. If all the rows are done, then I have to do the same process with the other rows. Same for columns now. Oh, sorry. If all the rows are done, then go with the columns. What I have done after completion of all the row checking, then I have to go for column checking. Then I have to go for after all the rows are done, then I have to go with the column checkings. Okay. So I have shown different signs, but you think what is row? Row will be horizontal. Okay now. Column will be vertical, vertical, vertical. So in column there is L na? You remember that L, L. You remember one thing, automatically you can get the knowledge of others. Okay now. So after row and column checking, what we have to do? See this now. So I have checked this. Now I also column is done. We do this process. We go with first we go with what ma? We go with row. After completion, we go with column. Next, we go with again with row. When we will go with row again, if there are any zeros not stricken by the lines. See, after doing this operation, is there any zero ma? There are no zeros, single zeros. Either zeros, all are being marked and the lines have been drawn. If still there are zeros are being left, then you have to go with again check. And we repeat the check process row, column till the completion of all the zeros. Till the completion of all the single zeros. Okay, na? You are done here till here, okay, na ma? Then what I have to do, ma? So here I have to check one thing. The one thing is that whether number of rows is equal to columns is equal to number of circles. These are circles, Kalama. So I have to think of the circles. Okay, are the circles available? So what are the circle numbers? Number of circles available? There are four circles available. Okay, super. Four circles. Sir, what is the number of rows in this rows? There are number of rows. How many rows you tell ma once? This is one row. This is two row. This is three row. This is a fourth row. There are four rows. Superb, sir. There are four rows. Okay, what about columns, sir? So we have to see that also now, sir. So there are how many columns, ma? One, two, three, four. So four rows, four columns. Superb. So four rows is equal to four columns equal to four circles. Am I right? If you are getting four rows equal to four columns equal to four circles, then your solution is done. Okay, now you will be done with the solution. So see once what you have to do am I done. So then what is that? Now check whether number of rows is equal to number of columns is equal to number of circles. If yes, then we have done the correct allocation. The correct allocation means the correct task for a correct man. For one man, we have allocated a correct task so that our cost will be minimized. Cost will be minimized. Okay, now done. So this will be optimal allocation. You got it, buddies? Okay. Also now compare our latest matrix with the given question for optimal solution. What is this step, ma? So you got the least. This is the last matrix, na? So I'm raising the unnecessary marking so that you won't get any confusion. This is the last matrix we are having. After optimal test for optimality, we are getting this is the last matrix. This matrix we have to compare with the matrix given in the question. This matrix has to be compared with the matrix given in the question. Okay, now. So let us see, ma. So this is the matrix we got. I compared with the question. Sir, this is the for A we gave what is the task, ma? One we gave. So I will mark here one. I will mark here one. Okay, sir. For B, I gave three. For B, three means this is the no, I marked. Okay. For C, I gave two. Okay, I marked it, sir. For D, I gave last. So automatically I marked. So I'm comparing the question and the end matrix. What I'm getting the matrix and the end point, I'm comparing with the question. Now I compared now, done with the task. Then what? Ma? So now finally we are getting the optimal allocation and optimal solution. This is the optimal allocation and this will be the optimal solution. We have to mention the same thing in a table format. Sir, what is that format, sir? So finally we allocated this. Same thing now, I mentioned there. Now what I have to know? So this is the final allocation. For men 1, for men, for men 1, task 1 is given. Respect to time. I marked here na 8. For men B, sorry, for men B, task 3 is given. Task 3 is given and the value is 4. And again C 19. C 19, 4 and D is 10. So this is the so of the total 8 plus 4 plus 19 plus 10. We get 41 mark. So this can be cost or this can be number of hours to do a task. Okay, na? This is the example, ma. You are okay with the example, na? So what was the first step, ma? I'm repeating the steps again so that you can get a clarity. So first, while doing assignment, what we have to check, ma? The thing we need to check whether number of rows equal to number of columns. Sir, what are the rows? What are the rows, ma? They are horizontal thing elements, horizontal parts. What are columns, ma? They are vertical parts. Okay, now vertical column in column COLUMN. L stands for line, vertical. Okay, now so number of rows should be number of columns. Then it is a balanced one. If it is not a balanced one, we have to make it balanced. So how to make it balanced? I will tell in the future examples or future questions or future illustrations. So you don't worry. Next, what we have to check whether it is a maximization model or minimization model. Sir, what is meant by maximization model, sir? What is meant by minimization model, sir? Maximization model in the sense it will be related to profit and all. Minimization model it will be related to cost. Sir, assignment. In assignment, we have only the knowledge to solve for minimization model. So we have to convert maximization model into minimization model. How to convert and all, I will handle. Be cool. Okay now. So you are done with the example, Nama. In and also one more important thing is that on all the problems, all the steps may be used or may not be used. In the example I have solved now, I saw row operation, column operation, test or optimality, and these are the last two steps. So the total 3 plus 2. Only I have used 5 steps. In some problems, I have to use the 7 steps. Okay, now done. So you are done with the problem now. First, how to do? So whenever you are having a doubt, you have to do along with me, Samma, so that you won't get any doubt. Okay. So this is the problem. You have marked all things now. Wherever I am telling to pause and do it, you do it parallelly along with me. Then you will not get any issue. Okay. So now let us solve the or by taking 1 minute break. I will you check once the example so that you can get a clarity, and we shall go into our exams exam no, no, or middle point of questions. Okay, CMA has given some questions now. We shall go with those questions now. So you please mark see once our problem. So let us solve the exam or CMA Institute has given some sort of questions for the assignment. We shall solve those questions, ma. So this is the first question. Sir, how to solve the assignment problem? The first thing we need to check two things, two main things. What is that, ma? Whether number of rows are equal to number of columns, whether number of rows are is equal to number of columns, and whether it is a maximization model or minimization model, ma. These things you need to check very first instance. Okay now. So in this question, what are the number of rows? What are the number of rows? So rows are horizontal or vertical, ma? They are horizontal lines. Row number one, row number two, row number three, row number four, row number five, and row number six. So there are 6 rows, ma. Okay. Therefore, number of rows in our example we have how many, ma? There are 6 rows. So then what are the number of columns, ma? They are vertical lines. So row column number one, column number two, column number three, column number four, column number five, column number six. Sir, number of rows is equal to number of columns. So our matrix, our given matrix is a balanced one. Superb. So then whether it is a maximization model or minimization model, how to decide, sir? See the question, ma. There are 6 men are available for a different jobs, it seems. 6 men are available for different jobs. So from the past records, time in hours is given. Time in hours for different persons. Okay, for different persons, what is the time taken to do a job has been given. Superb. Find out an allocation for men to different jobs which will lead to minimum operation cost. What is asking, ma? He's asking to find out allocation for men to different jobs to lead to minimum operation time. So minimum operation time. You are a company. For a company, what is the main motive, ma? To reduce the time taken to produce a product so that they pay less. Cost should be less, na? So here they are asking for minimization, minimum operation time. They are asking about cost. The data is also related to cost. So it is a minimization model. Superb, na? So now what is the first thing we need to do, ma? We have identified whether rows are equal to columns. 6 is equal to 6. Whether minimization model or maximization model, ma, it is minimization model because it is related to cost. 2 points we have done. Then routine steps. First thing we need to write the question as it is perfectly in our book. Okay. And also one more important thing is that you need to what you need to do, ma? You need to use pencil while solving because if there is some mistake, na, entire problem will be going on wrong. So first, while writing this matrix once, you write with a pen, but while marking and all, this is the least number, this is the least number you are marking now. That you can do with a pencil. There is no issue. Okay. So I have should write the matrix as it is again. Okay. No? So here there are how many rows, ma? The rows number of rows are 6 and number of columns are 6. As rows as rows is equal to columns, our matrix is a balanced one, ma. So our problem is a balanced one. Then maximization or minimization we have to check now. So we need to check whether it's a maximization model or minimization model. The question is about time. Time is related to cost. So automatically it is a minimization model. So for a company, what is the main motive? They want to minimize the cost. Okay now. Now, so we are done with this. Now what we have time now we have to calculate the minimum operation time so that our cost will be minimum. So the calculation of what is that mark calculation of minimum operation time and time in labor cost. And cost should be minimum. When it is considering of cost, the cost should be minimum. So it is a minimization model. Okay. And it's a balanced one. So it's a balanced one. So here it is a balanced one and also it is a minimization model. So what we need to worry, ma? Let us start our steps. So first thing what you have to do, ma? We have to mention the question as it is again. Okay, now I have mentioned the question. So what is the first step, ma? It is row operation. What is the first step, sir? It is row operation. In each row, I have to identify the least number. Sir, what are the rows? These are the rows, Nama. These are the rows. From these rows, I have to identify the least numbers. Sir, what are the least numbers? In this row, what is the least number? Please identify, buddies. The lowest is 1. And in this, I will mark with pen now. That will be good for you. So in this, what is the least? This one. In this, 1. In this also, it is a 1. In this also, it is 1. And in this also 1. And in this also 1. So the least number is 1. So what we have to do, I entered least number 1. Now I have to reduce that number from the respective elements of the respective row. Okay, now. So what I have to do the respect next one? I have marked now. Now I will do what, ma? 2 minus 1, 9 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 7 minus 1. I have to mention like this. I will deduct and I will form a new matrix. That will be my end product of the row operation. Okay, now I have to write like this. To identify now. So we have identified the least number and we have deducting that one. So till here you do it fastly, ma. You do it fast as possible. Identified and deducted. So what will then result? So this is I have taken the matrix. I have identified the rows. These are the rows, and I have marked the least number, and what I have deducted. So this is my end result. This is the result of row operation. Sir, what we have to do next, ma? It is column operation. Sir, what is column operation? Same as row, we have to identify least number from each column. Sir, what are the columns? These are the columns. Am I right? So from these columns, we have to identify least number. Sir, what is the least number, sir? Please identify, ma. So in this column, what is least number? This is the least number. In this column, what is the least number? 1 is the least number. And in this column, it is 1. And in this, there are the least numbers. What are the least numbers, ma? 4 is the least number? No, we are having 2 as the least number. There's the 2 least numbers which have to identify anything. No, there is no issue, ma. You identify this. Okay. Next, in this, what is the least number, mom? 7 or anything is less than 7? 8. Is there anything less than 8? 7 only. There is 7 is the least number. Okay. So here in this last column, sixth column number 6, there are this many zeros. No, sir. Which zero I have to identify? Any zero, mom. So I identified this zero. Now what is the next step? 1 minus 1, 5 minus 1, 3 minus 1, and I have to do for all. Ma. So if I do like this, what will be the end result? Let us see once more. So this is the column. I have written the matrix. We have to write the matrix again. The end result of row matrix will be the starting point of column operation. The end result of row operation will be the starting point for the column operation. I have written the matrix again. Now we have to identify what ma least number I have identified. So identified least numbers now. Then what I have to do ma? I have to deduct. So this is the end result. So this is my end result of column operation. My column operation end result is this. So till here do it ma row operation, column operation. Then pause it here and do. Okay. If you are doing it in parallel to me, it is best. Okay now. So when I start a row operation, you do row operation. When I'm showing the answer, you check the answer. Okay now. Then you will be peace of mind. That I will do afterwards. I won't maintain a notes. This is not correct. You have to maintain a perfect notes for this month. And if you are doing each step in exam also, the presentation should be in the same manner. Okay now. So why I am presenting in such a neat manner, ma? You have to present in the same manner. Okay, first you will write the matrix as it is. In the question, what is the matrix given, that you will copy on your exam paper, and from there you have to keep heading row operation, and then you have to start. You have to do all the steps. Otherwise, you won't get a good marks. Okay, now it is time taking, but if you get it is also good score subject. You will get minimum 7 marks. The same topic will be repeated in your CMA final also. Okay, CMA inter for it is also important, and so CMA final is also important. Okay, now. So done here, ma. We are done with our column operation. Sir, then what is the third step, ma? It is test for optimality. Sir, what is test for optimality? What is the test for optimality, ma? Identifying the rows with a single zeros and cutting columns. So I will show here. Sir, here, what are the number of zeros, ma? There are three zeros. Abba, okay, we should not go with that. So in the second row, there is how many zeros, ma? There is one zero. So I will mark that zero. Okay, what I have to do then? I have to cancel the respect to column. Okay, sir. Next, in the third, is there a two zeros? No, two zeros are there. We need only one zero. In the fourth row also there are two zeros, so no use. In fifth also no use. In sixth also no use. So then what I have to go? All checking rows I've done. All the rows I have checked them in a proper order. Then I have to go with the columns. So is there a column? Is there a column with single zero, ma? Yes, there is a row. There is a column with single zero. Then what I have to do, ma? I have to mark that zero and cancel respect to row. I am checking columns. I have to cancel what ma rows. Okay, next. Is there any? Is there a single zero in second? Yes, there is a single zero. So what I have to do, ma? I have to mark that one and cancel what ma row. Okay, sir, super. Is there any the single zero? No, there is no single zero. Already cancelled now. So you might tell, sir, there is zero, but zero is cancelled. Cancelled numbers should not be considered. Okay. Then the fourth column is there zero? Yes, there is single zero. Before there are two zeros, but now only single zero. Okay. So now let us mark that zero and cancel. Cancel what ma? It is we have to cancel row. Superb, sir. I have cancelled. Next, is there any zero left, Arma? There are no zeros. Wow, super. Zeros are done. Sir, there are many zeros. Sir, but the zeros are covered under line now, so they are cancelled. So you should not think that they are available. Whatever the zero cancelled, there is no zero. That's all. Check it once. Zero is there. There are no zeros. There are no zeros. Okay, done with this. So now what is the things, ma? Whether we have reached a solution or not? What we have to do? We have to check one more thing. What is that? Whether number of rows is equal to columns is equal to number of circles. Rows equal to columns equal to number of circles. The circles means these are not looking like circles. You take an assumption of circles, ma. Okay, na? So how many circles are? How many rows are there, ma? Row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 rows. Superb. How many columns, ma? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 columns. How many circles, ma? 1, 2, 3, only 4. Oh shit, damn it. Only 4 circles. So 6 is equal to 4. No, no. So we have to, there is no improvement. Sorry, our optimal solution has not been reached. Sir, what we have to do, sir, now? We have to go with another step, ma, that is improvement. Sir, what is improvement? Should I improve in my studies? That is different and this is different. You should also improve in your studies and you should do improvement here. Sir, what is improvement? We have identified now Sir, now, okay, till here, okay, Nama? Is it got equalized? No. So we have to go for step called, what is the step, ma? That is, step is improvement. We have to go for improvement, Amma. So what is the improvement? So we have to identify the elements, total elements. These are the elements, na? Whatever the elements are in this, na? These are the entire elements. Am I right? These are the elements we are having. These entire elements matrix has been categorized into three parts. What are these three parts, sir? The three parts are junctions. The three parts are junctions, covered, uncovered. Junctions, covered, uncovered. Three parts. So entire this has been bifurcated into three parts. Again, I am telling. These are the elements. Have bifurcated them into three parts while doing improvement. So they are junctions, covered, uncovered. Sir, what is junction? It is the intersection of two lines. Junction is nothing but intersection of two lines. Covered means whatever the element is underlined. So here you see, it is a junction point. Am I right? Two lines are intersecting. Sir, here two lines are intersecting. Here two lines are intersecting. So wherever the two lines are intersecting, the element under the intersection point is junction. Junction element. So then what are covered elements? So 7 is covered under line, 0 is covered under line, and this 0 is also covered, 4 is also covered, 7 is also covered. These are the elements which are being covered by lines. So in row 3 also we are having covered elements. In row 4 also we are having covered elements. So then what are uncovered, which are not being underlined? So is the 7 is 7, 3, 9, 2, this are underlined? No, they are not covered by lines. This 7 is not covered, 3 is 1 is not covered, 6 is not covered, these are all not covered, these are not covered by lines, and 4 is not covered, 6 is not covered, 5 is not covered, 3 is not covered, 6 is not. These are uncovered elements. So I have bifurcated them. Superb, sir. So I got a clarity now. Junction, covered, uncovered. Sir, junction means the element under the intersection. 0 is under intersection. This 0, this 0, this 0. Okay, na? So 0 here came, there can be some other number also. Na? Okay, na? So now what is the next step, sir? I have identified the elements into three categories because the improvement will be done when rows equal to columns not equal to number of circles. I'm sorry, ma. Extremely, extremely sorry, ma. Okay. Now from the uncovered elements, sir, what are the uncovered elements? Please tell the uncovered elements, ma. What are the uncovered elements? What are the uncovered elements, pillalu? Sorry, ma, for Telugu. What are the uncovered elements, buddies? 4, 6, 5. These are the uncovered. Na? I am marking for your sake. From them, I have to identify the least number. From the uncovered numbers, I have to identify the least number. Sir, what is the least number? Sir, is 3 is the least number or 1 is the least number? So 1 is the least number. Superb. Sir, I have identified least number as 1, sir. You have identified the least number as 1. Sir, what is the next step, sir, to do? After identifying the least number, what we have to do is that we have to add at the junction, add 1 for covered. Do not do anything. Just leave the covered numbers. Then for uncovered, minus ma. You will identify a number, least number. That least number has to be added to the junction part. The element will be at the junction. For example, in this case, we are having what is the number, ma? 0 is the number at junction. So we have to add for that one. So 0 plus 1. Okay, now we have to add the number at 0, ma. So here we will add. Here we will add. Okay, now, and also here we will add. And here we will add. For these uncovered elements, we will reduce. So what we do with covered? We will not touch them at all. You are done. So now let us see what I have done and what I have to do properly. Okay, now. So test for optimality I have gone now. So I marked this, but is it equal? Rows equal to columns equal to circles? No, then because there are how many numbers? Here we have only 4 circles I got. 4 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4 now. So now what is my improvement? Then we go for improvement. So what is the improvement? So what is the improvement, ma? The improvement I need to go for is that identify the entire matrix into three parts. They are covered, uncovered junctions. Covered, uncovered junctions. Covered, uncovered junctions. Okay now. So now identify after bifurcating these numbers, then from the uncovered numbers, from uncovered, I have to identify least number. Okay. So what is the least number from the uncovered ma here? So from this it is an uncovered number. What is the number? Is one is the uncovered least number. Okay, sorry. Is there anything more? Okay. So now what is the least number? One is the least number we are having. The least number is one ma. Okay. So then what I have to do with one? I have to add one at junctions ma. I have to add that at junctions and reduce from uncovered. Uncovered numbers I have to reduce. For covered numbers, nothing I have to do. So add them, reduce them, and no treatment for covered numbers. So how will this done? You see, this is the one. So identify least number. So what I have to do? I will add at junctions. Okay now. And I will reduce from them. The numbers which are not covered, I will reduce from them. And from the uncovered numbers, I am reducing. Okay, for covered, I should not touch at all. Okay, this is the scenario. Ma. Next. Okay, how done? Ma? Same thing. So what is the end result? Ma? This is the end result of the. So the end result is the new matrix. Ma. Our end result is a new matrix. So till here you do it, buddy. First you need to identify. Again, I'm telling ma. From this matrix, what I have to buddies? I have to identify as junctions, covered, uncovered. Junctions, uncovered, uncovered. Junctions, uncovered, uncovered. From the uncovered, I have to identify least number. Okay, I identified the least number. This is the least number. This number I have to add at junctions, reduce from uncovered, and do not alter anything for the covered numbers. Do it ma. Pause here and do it once so that you will get this matrix. This is the end matrix. After improvement, I am getting a new matrix ma. So every step I will get a new matrix. From that step, I have to proceed further. But I should not go with the first matrix. First matrix is being altered now. This is the end result of our improvement. Pause here and do it more fastly. Okay, you are done. Now, let us. Now again, what is the thing more? We have to go again for test for optimality. Sir, what is test for optimality? So what we have to do more? Again, we have to go from rows to columns. After improvement, again we have to go for test for optimality. Are you okay with this step? Okay now. Sir, what is this, sir? Again, we are repeating. We have to repeat ma. Till what is that? Number of rows equal to columns equal to number of circles. So this is the end result. After improvement, I am getting this matrix ma. After improvement, I am getting this. Now what I have to do ma? I have to check again from rows to columns. So rows. Is there any row with single zero? In this there are two zeros. In this there is single zero. So I will cancel column. Okay. In this two, in this two, in this one ma. I have to cancel column. In this there is single zero ma. I will cancel. Okay. Now rows are done. What I have to do? I check with columns. Column with single zero. As there is a column with single zero. I will cancel row. Okay. Any column with single zero. There are two zeros. So I have to check for two zeros are there till columns are done. And now again, till the cancellation of zeros, I have to repeat all the process. Okay. So now again checking rows. Again zeros, zero, single zero is there. So I have to mark the single zero and cancel columns. Now check ma. So number of rows equal to columns equal to circles if it is done or not. Rows 6, column 6. How many circles came here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again 5. So I have to repeat again the process. Again, I have to repeat improvement. Ma. Sir, till when we have to repeat? Till this equation will come into as a equal to 6. Till then you have to repeat. Here is it got to 5 or 6? We got 5. So we have to repeat again the process. Again, we have to do with the improvement. Sir, what to do improvement? Again, entire matrix. This is the end matrix of our checking. So after checking, what we have to do, ma, we have to categorize them into junctions, junctions, covered, uncovered. After thinking of them, okay, these are the items. Okay. Next, what you have to do, I have to identify from a least number from the uncovered. So from this, what is the least number, ma? So I'm getting 2 as a least. Am I right? So 2 as least I'm getting. So now what I have to do? I have to add a junction. From the uncovered, I have to deduct. From the covered, I should not touch them at all. Okay, na? So till here you do, buddies. Till here you do it, ma. Pause it and do it, ma. Okay, done. Now I have to go for what, ma? Improvement. So what I have to do again? So repeat optimality I have repeated and I have marked them. But did I get the number of zeros equal to number of columns equal to number of circles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is a 5. It is no. So I got just 5. So what I have to do again? I have to go for improvement. So improvement. So what is that, ma? Covered, uncovered junctions. Now what is the least number from all of them? What is the least number, ma? 2 is the least number. The least number is 2. So I have to add a junction, reduce from uncovered, no treatment for covered. Okay. So now after doing all adjustments, I got this end result. So after doing all these results, I got this matrix, ma. So I will tell this for your understanding. What is the junction here? Here there is one junction. So here I will add 2. And here there is one junction, I will add 2. Here junction, here junction. Wherever there is junction, I have to add. Okay, now from the uncovered, I have to minus now. Minus 2, 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 minus 2. So our new matrix will be 0, 9, 0, 6, 3, 3. Next 1, 5, 2, 2, 5, 0. And next 0, 4, 1, 0, 0, 1. Next one 0, 0, 3, 0, 2, 1. Next one 0, 0, 4, 1, 3, 0. Next one 4, 5, 9 minus 2. Much more 7, 9, 0, 0. This is the end result after improvement. So check it properly, ma. Do improvement. Okay, pause it and do the improvement. Now, this is the end result of my improvement. Okay, sir, we have done improvement. What is the next step now? We have to check for optimality. Till we reach, what is the equation? Row equal to column equal to circles. We have to do till then improvement, 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 test for optimality, improvement, test for optimality. So now you go with a test for optimality. Ma. So check it, ma, test for optimality. So single zero. In first row we are having single zero. Now in second row we are having single zero. I marked it and I cancelled the column. Next, in the third row there are three zeros. In the fourth row there are three zeros. So in the fifth row there are two zeros. In the sixth row there are single zero. Single zero is there. I am cancelling the column. Okay. Now I will check what, ma. Now I will check with number of. Now I'll check with columns. The columns, there are single zero, no, single zero, no, single zero, yes. There is single zero. What I have to do? I have to cancel row. Okay, sir. Any single zeros? No, no. Then what I have to do? Again, I have to check with the all columns are done. Now I have to check with rows. The row with single zero, row with single zero, row with single zero, row with single zero, row no zeros. Then I have to check with columns, 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 columns. No. So what is this? That is not cancelling. Here is important step, ma. Till here you do it. Okay, then I will tell. So till here you do it, ma. Go with the checking. After that, what is the end result? You tell to me. Then I will do with the things. Okay, now. So after matrix is obtained, I am checking here. So first I will check with rows. So first there are checking is done here. A single zero is got cancelled. Again I got cancelled. Now columns is done. Now I won't reveal this step. Till here you do, ma. So this is the till here important. Okay, take 5 minutes break and we shall come back again. Okay, ma. Now let us continue with our. So after doing some improvement steps, we got this end result, ma. This is the end result of our improvement. After improvement, we got this. Sir, are you finding any single zero, ma? I am checking for a single zero, but I am not getting a single zero. So say once again, here it is done. Now I will check with the rows. So there are two zeros. Here zero, here zero. But I want a single zero. I'm going with the second, fourth row. Three zeros there are, ma. It's not tough. Then here two zeros. So again done. I'm checking with columns. In this column there are three zeros. In this column there are two zeros. In this column there are two zeros. So when we are unable to find a single zero in a row or a column, then we will go for a diagonal allocation. Till here, okay, Nama? So I'm telling you the diagonal allocation. So you be cool, calm, and quiet. Okay. So I have given a break here now. If possible, you pause the video here and take minimum 10 minutes break. Be cool because we have done multiple times improvements and all. Okay, now I have tested for optimality, again I have done for improvement. Test for optimality, again improvement. In exam, there is a chance. So to reduce your risk, I'm telling you everything. This illustration is from our ICMA book. Okay, now the example I have said is very easy. So let us go with the diagonal allocation. Here, when we are unable to find a row with a single zero or a column with single zero, and here multiple zeros are left, then I have to go for what, ma? Diagonal allocation. But what is diagonal allocation, ma? What is C, buddy? So now we cannot find a single zero, so I have to go for diagonal allocation. So what is diagonal allocation? I will tell here, ma. You pay utmost attention. Okay, now. So you think of, you take any zero from the remaining zeros, from this all zeros, from these zeros, you take any zero as your wish. You take any zero as your wish. So for example, you may take, so to avoid confusion, I'm starting this simple one. Let us take this zero, ma. Okay, sir, I have taken that zero. What are the zeros diagonally opposite? Diagonally opposite, diagonals means they will come in this way or in this way. But they will never come in straight lines, no? They will never come in straight lines. Okay. How they will come? They will come in this format. So for this zero, what are the diagonally opposite zeros? There can be this zero. Okay, now there can be this zero. Okay, now there can be this zero. Diagonally opposite, but not straight or high in the same manner. Straight is not. Okay, diagonal will be in what, ma? In a crossed position, na? Like this. Diagonal will be like this. Diagonal will be like this, na? So here, these are diagonally opposite. Again, I'm telling, ma. So in this case, I'm taking with zero, ma. I'm taking this zero for instance. So what are the diagonally opposite zeros? The diagonally opposite zeros can be either this zero or this zero. Okay, now or this zero. But we cannot take this zero, ma, because it is in a straight format. Okay, now. So totally three zeros are coming. Okay. So from these three zeros, you identify any zero as your wish you identify. Okay, you based on your wish you can do. But to avoid confusion, I am selecting the zeros from immediate. Okay, from this I am taking any one zero. I will take with zero, ma. I will take this zero. Okay, sir. I have taken this zero. First that, then I identified our diagonal numbers and I selected this zero. Now, what are the diagonally opposite zeros to this zero? There can be only one diagonally opposite zero or this zero. But already, but already, ma, you may think that there is a diagonally opposite here also and here also, no, you may identify. But reality, what is that, ma? Already I have identified one zero, na. For one man, only one wife. It is good for his life. One man, only one wife is good for his life. Because here, three men has one wife. This done, na? So the chance for selecting this 0 is closed. Okay, I'm repeating again. First, I have selected this 0 mark. Okay, sir, is it clear? Clear. Now diagonally I am selecting any 0. So I have selected this 0. For this diagonally, what is this? There is this 0 or this 0. But I cannot take this 0. Why? Because already I have selected the same one 0. One man, one wife. One man, one wife, one life. That's all. No two wives. Okay, now only one wife is best. One wife is only danger. Okay. So this 0 is there. So I will mark area of this 0. Okay, now diagonal opposite this 0. Totally how many selections done, ma? See here once. How many selections done, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. So there are how many, ma? Number of rows is equal to columns is equal to circles. It's done. Am I right? So this is called diagonal allocation. When we are doing improvement step, when we are doing test for optimality, and we are unable to find, we are left with some zeros, but we are not getting a zero in a row or column. Then what we have to do, ma? We have to go for diagonal operation or diagonal allocation. So diagonal means it will be straight up, it won't be, it will be crossed manner. Diagonal like this. Okay now. So sir, you selected this 0 and automatically selected okay. It is okay, sir. But if I select any 0, how that one? Let us see that one also, ma. So now what I will do, buddy? I will select. Don't worry, ma. I'm not erasing. First I'm explaining. After that you can coolly do it. I will also display the way to do it. So I will select this 0, sir. Now what are the diagonal opposite zeros, sir? You tell, ma. This is diagonal opposite and this is diagonal opposite. Am I right? Yes, sir. So now I identified this 0 now. So which 0 shall I select? I will select this 0, sir. Super. For this, what is diagonal opposite, ma? This one diagonal opposite. So I selected. So how many zeros you count, ma? This circle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sir, super. This is also done, sir. You got it now? Sir, what if I select? What if I select other 0? What is other 0, ma? This 0. Then I selected this 0. What are diagonal opposite, ma? This is diagonal opposite. This is diagonal opposite and this is also diagonal opposite. Am I right? Yes, sir. So what I have to select, ma? So now let us select. I have selected this 0. No, I will select this 0. Is there any issue? No issue. So then which 0 I can select, sir? Means I can select this 0. It's done. So how it is done, ma? It is perfectly done. So like this, if we make an allocation in the test for optimality process, this is called diagonal allocation. So I have mentioned the things, ma. So for this, we are getting three alternatives. I am doing three alternatives. There are n alternatives. You try it, but end result will be the same. So let us see, ma, the main thing one. So these are the three operations, three ways I have. So I mentioned the three ways. Okay. So with the first way, I will do this. What are the options I am having? The options I am having is that if I mark this 0, I can go for three options. This. So I selected this and have taken this. After taking this, I may take this to OR. So okay, I have taken what, mark this 0. Done. So what if I take any other 0 means there are some sort of things, ma, to check it properly. Okay, clear? So here I have taken this. This is the first part. So what if I select other 0? I have selected, I have shown this, ma. So you note down this because you have to write these are three alternatives. These three alternatives, based on these three alternatives, our solution also may vary. May vary. Okay, I'm telling may vary. Okay. So this is the one option number one, ma. We are having option number one. And what is the option two? Pause here and write the option. After that, option two. This is the option two, ma. So write this option also. This is option two we are having. Done. You have written. Super. Next. Option 2, you pause it and write, ma. Okay. Next, what is the option 3? This is the option 3. Superb, sir. Option 3 is there, na. You pause it and write, ma. Done. So now we have to compare our three option end results with the question. So this is our question. We have to compare and We have to find the solution. So how to find solution? First, in option number one, if there is option number one, na, in option number one, we are having, so option number one, we are having what, ma? So this is the last part of our answer, ma. So optimal allocation and optimal solution. We got three end results. What are three end results, ma? This is the one result, this is the second result, this is the second result, okay, and this is the third result. Total three results we have, na? These three results will be compared with a question. What is the marking here and what is the number there? Based on that, based on that, we will get this solution. I will not find the solution. I will tell you and you have to do it. You have to take this part as homework, ma. And in the next session, we will tell the part. Okay. So this is the optimal allocation, optimal solution. Sir, in option number one, for men 1, what is the job allocated? For men 2, what is the job allocated? For men 3, what is the job allocated? For men 4, what is job allocated? Okay, now we got end result now. This end results will be compared with question and you will write here and you will get the totals. Three options I have shown now. Three options. So these are three options now. This is the first option. This result will be compared with the question. Okay, now. And this result will be compared with the question. Okay, this result will be compared with the question. Okay, for your understanding, I will solve one, but you have to solve remaining two. Okay, so I will solve the third part now so that I can get clear view here. So for men 1, what is the job allocate given, ma? It is 3. For men, it is 3 given. Okay, so 3 on this 3, what is the value, ma? So 3, it is 2. Okay, sir. Next for 2, men 2, what is the job allocated, ma? It is 6. In 6, what is the value? But it is 1. Okay, 1. Next for men 3, what is job allocated, ma? For men 3, job allocated is 4. Men 4, here it is 4, it is 3. Okay. For men 4, ma, what is job allocated, ma? It is 2. It is 2. Okay. The 2, what is the value, ma? 2, 4, 2. It is 2. Next for men 5, what is the job allocated, ma? It is 1. 1 here value will be 5. And for 6, what is the job allocated, ma? It is here 5. Value in the 5 is 9. Okay, I am repeating again. So for men 1 in our solution 3, for men 1, what is the allocation? What is circle allocated here? 3. So for 1, 1, 3. For 2, what is the one allocated, ma, job? The job allocated is 6. For 3, what is the job allocated, ma? It is 4. For 4, what is the job allocated, ma? It is 2. For 5, what is job allocated, ma? 1. Job number 1 has been allocated. For 6, what is job allocated, ma? It is 5. So in the question, I have written this part now. For men, job 3 is allocated. What is the time taken? For men, job 3 is allocated. So time taken is 2. For 2, men 2, job 6 is allocated. For 2, job 6 means it's 1. For 3 men, what is the number, ma? It is 4. So it has 3. For men 4, what is the job, ma? It is 2. Value here it is 2. Okay. For 5, 1. So 5 is there. For 6, what is job allocated, ma? It is 5. So 9. So what is the total, ma? How to find it? Total, please take the calculator and solve the total. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 5, what is that, ma? 13. 13 plus 9, it's a 22. Okay, now. So in the same manner, you have to find for this also. The solution is easy, ma. At the end result will be compared with the question. What has been allocated? What value is the at present? That value you will write and you will do. One hint I can give. What is that? However you solve, however you get option, the answer will be same. The answer will be same, ma. The answer will be same. 22, 22 will be. Okay, now. So let us have a stop at this session, ma, because I have said the two problems, and here we have made n number of improvements, n times, many times we have made improvements and test for optimality. so that you practice this problem. Okay, now today you listen the class, now immediately if you are practicing, then you can get a good clarity. And if you are having doubts, you can ping to my personal number. Okay, thank you, ma.